stop. Take a moment and look around. Everything you want, everything you dream of, is waiting for you, but only if you stop making excuses. Every excuse is a wall, every hesitation is a chain, and every "I can't" is a decision to stay small. You tell yourself, "I'll start tomorrow," while life is happening today. You say, "I don't have enough time, enough money, enough talent," but the truth is, greatness never waited for perfect conditions. The world doesn't owe you success. It rewards action, courage, and persistence. Excuses are comfortable. They protect you from failure, from risk, from discomfort, but they also steal your potential, your growth, and your dreams. Every moment you justify why you can't, someone else is working, learning, and achieving. Every excuse you make is a decision to remain average, to accept mediocrity, to settle for less. Today, choose differently. Take responsibility for your life. Face fear, doubt, and uncertainty with action. Refuse to blame circumstances or wait for permission. Success is not about luck. It's about relentless effort, consistency, and courage. Stop talking. Stop waiting. Stop blaming. Rise. Move. Create. Because the only thing standing between you and the life you deserve is the excuse you choose to let go of. No excuses. Only action. Section 1. The reality of excuses. Excuses are easy. They are comfortable. They are safe. Everyone makes them, and at first, they feel harmless. But excuses are more than just words. They are chains. Chains that bind ordinary people to ordinary lives. They are the invisible walls that separate you from your potential. You tell yourself, "I don't have time," while hours are wasted scrolling through social media feeds, watching others live the life you dream of. You say, "I don't have the resources," while ignoring the countless opportunities, tools, and skills already within your reach. You whisper, "I'm not ready yet," while the world moves forward without you, indifferent to your fears and hesitations. Excuses are the lies we tell ourselves to avoid discomfort. They are the justifications for procrastination, the illusions that make staying stagnant feel acceptable. But comfort is the enemy of progress. Comfort makes you settle for mediocrity. Comfort keeps you small. Comfort convinces you that waiting is safer than acting, that hesitation is wiser than courage. But every time you give in to comfort, your dreams drift further away, fading into what-ifs and regrets. Every excuse is a choice, an active decision to remain where you are instead of moving toward where you want to be. And one day, if you're not careful, you'll look back and realize that the only thing standing between you and your dreams wasn't your circumstances, your background, or your limitations. It wasn't luck or fate. It was you. You, with all your excuses, all your delays, all your not nows, and maybe laters. The truth is uncomfortable, but it's freeing. Your success, your growth, and your life are yours to claim. Excuses only hold power if you let them. The moment you decide to break them, the moment you choose action over comfort, the walls that once held you back crumble, and the path to your potential opens wide. Section 2. The power of responsibility. Taking responsibility is the first step toward freedom. Responsibility is more than just admitting your mistakes. It is acknowledging that your life is the result of your own choices, actions, and mindset. No one else is accountable for your happiness, your success, or your failures. It's easy to blame circumstances, other people, or even luck. It's easy to say, "If only things were different, I would succeed." But that thinking is a trap. Blame is the friend of excuses, and excuses are the enemy of progress. Every successful person in history embraced responsibility, not as a burden, but as a superpower. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't complain about conditions. They didn't blame the system or point fingers at others. They acted. Every day, in small ways and big ways, they made conscious choices to own their lives. They took control of what they could influence and refused to waste energy on what they could not. Taking responsibility means realizing that even failures carry lessons, and that setbacks are temporary unless you allow them to define you. When you take responsibility, excuses lose their power. When excuses lose their power, possibilities emerge. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach suddenly appear. Challenges that once felt impossible become stepping stones. Responsibility gives you control, purpose, and direction. It turns fear into action, doubt into determination, and hesitation into momentum. The moment you embrace responsibility, you stop waiting for life to happen to you and start making life happen for you. And that, ultimately, is the difference between living a life dictated by excuses and living a life defined by results. Section 3. Excuses versus action. Action is the antidote to excuses. It is the bridge between dreams and reality, the force that transforms intention into achievement. Think about it. Every remarkable success story, every breakthrough, every triumph began with a single decision to act. No one waited for perfect conditions. No one said, "I'll start when I feel ready," or "I'll begin when everything aligns." Waiting is the home of excuses. Acting is the path to growth. Action demands courage. It asks you to step into the unknown, to face fear, uncertainty, and discomfort head-on. It requires consistency, showing up day after day, even when results seem invisible. It demands relentless commitment, pushing you past fatigue, doubt, and the temptation to quit. Action is not glamorous. It is not a moment of magic or luck. It is work, often invisible, often exhausting, yet always transformative. When you act, you invite failure. You will stumble, fall, and sometimes feel defeated. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of it. Each misstep is a lesson, each setback a teacher, and each risk a stepping stone toward mastery. The walls of excuses crumble when met with decisive action. Every choice to move forward, no matter how small, chips away at fear, hesitation, and doubt. Action creates momentum, and momentum breeds results. Every step, every effort, every risk is a statement. I refuse to be held back by excuses. I will grow. I will progress. I will achieve. When you act, the life you imagine begins to materialize. Dreams stop being fantasies and start becoming tangible realities. The question is simple. Will you remain paralyzed by "I can't" and "not yet," or will you rise, move, and act, despite fear, despite doubt, despite everything? The answer defines your life. Section 4. The cost of excuses. Excuses are costly. They steal far more than you realize. They rob you of time, energy, and precious opportunities. They silently erode your potential, holding you back from the person you were meant to become. Every excuse is a decision to remain where you are rather than move toward what you could be. Imagine the skills you might have mastered, the milestones you could have reached, the lives you could have inspired, all lost to hesitation and self-justification. Excuses are seductive because they are easy. They protect you from risk, from failure, from discomfort. But they also prevent growth, progress, and achievement. They convince you that waiting is safe, that postponing is wise, that not trying is acceptable. Yet every moment spent rationalizing why you cannot is a moment wasted. Every "I'll start later" is a choice to allow someone else, somewhere else, to achieve while you stand still. The cost of the excuses is not just personal, it is eternal. It diminishes your legacy, your influence, and your contribution to the world. It turns potential into regret, ambition into inaction, and dreams into what-ifs. Success is not about luck, conditions, or timing. It is about choice. Every action you take is a vote for the life you want. Every excuse you make is a vote against it. Ask yourself this: do you want to look back one day and realize that the only thing standing between you and greatness was the excuse you refused to let go of? Or do you want to live a life defined by action, courage, and relentless pursuit of your dreams? The choice is yours. Excuses may be easy, but they are expensive. Action may be hard, but it is priceless. Your life, your growth, your potential, nothing waits for excuses. Choose wisely. Section 5. No excuses mindset. A no excuses mindset is not about perfection. It's not about never failing, never stumbling, or never feeling fear. It's about being relentless, about refusing to let anything, fear, doubt, circumstance, or the opinions of others dictate your actions. It's about looking in the mirror each morning and saying, "I am responsible, I am capable, I will not wait, I will not quit, I will not blame, I will act." That simple declaration is the foundation of every life transformed, every goal achieved, every dream realized. People with a no-excuses mindset understand that challenges are inevitable. Life will always throw obstacles in your path, but quitting is optional. Setbacks will come, but they are lessons, not walls. They are the fuel that builds resilience, sharpens focus, and strengthens determination. Excuses are illusions designed to hold you back, whispers that tell you to stay small, safe, and comfortable. But those whispers lose all power when confronted with action, responsibility, and resolve. A no-excuses mindset turns fear into fuel. It converts doubt into determination. It transforms hesitation into unstoppable momentum. It allows you to face discomfort with courage, to step into the unknown with confidence, and to pursue progress relentlessly. It's a mindset that refuses to accept mediocrity, a mindset that refuses to settle, a mindset that recognizes that the only limits that truly exist are the ones you place on yourself. Every great achievement in history began with someone adopting this mindset. It's what separates dreamers from doers, ordinary lives from extraordinary ones. When you embrace a no-excuses mentality, you stop waiting for permission, you stop blaming circumstances, and you stop letting fear dictate your path. You begin to act, to grow, and to achieve in ways you never thought possible. Your life stops being defined by what you lack and starts being defined by what you do. Section 6. Overcoming fear and doubt. Fear and doubt are silent killers of potential. They are subtle, insidious, and powerful. Fear whispers, "You can't do it," and doubt murmurs, "You're not ready." Together, they create a perfect environment for excuses to thrive. And unless you confront them, they will control your life, dictating your choices, paralyzing your actions, and keeping your dreams just out of reach. But here's the truth. Fear is a signal that you are growing. Doubt is proof that you are about to step out of your comfort zone, to challenge yourself, and to pursue something meaningful. The presence of fear and doubt is not a weakness. It is evidence that you are alive, striving, and on the path to progress. The only way to silence them is to act despite them. Action does not eliminate fear. It empowers you to move forward anyway. Each time you step into discomfort, each time you push past hesitation, each time you ignore the voice that says, wait, or maybe later, you grow stronger, more resilient, and more capable than you ever imagined. Overcoming fear and doubt requires courage, persistence, and trust in yourself. It requires believing that you are capable of more than you think, that failure is a teacher, and that every obstacle is an opportunity to become better, faster, stronger. Each small victory against fear compounds over time, building confidence and momentum. Doubt fades in the presence of consistent action, and fear loses its grip when confronted by determination. The choice is yours. Let fear and doubt dictate your life, or use them as fuel to propel yourself forward. Every moment you hesitate, someone else is acting. Every time you allow fear to win, you delay your own greatness. But when you confront fear, when you challenge doubt, when you act despite the uncertainty, you awaken a power within yourself that cannot be stopped. Growth, progress, and success exist on the other side of fear. Step forward, push past, achieve. Section 5. No excuses. Mindset. A no-excuses mindset is not about being perfect. It is not about pretending that life is easy, that challenges will magically disappear, or that fear will never show up. Perfection is an illusion. Relentlessness, however, is real. A no-excuses mindset is about refusing to let anything, anyone, or any circumstance dictate your actions. It is about standing in front of the mirror each morning and declaring with conviction, I am responsible, I am capable, I will not wait, I will not quit, I will not blame, I will act. That is more than a statement. It is a commitment to yourself, a declaration that your life, your growth, and your destiny are in your hands, and you will no longer hand them over to excuses. People who embrace this mindset understand that challenges are inevitable. Life will test them. Obstacles will appear. Setbacks will try to stop them. But quitting is optional. While others give in to fear, confusion, or hesitation, those with a no-excuses mentality see each obstacle as a stepping stone, each setback as a lesson, each failure as temporary, not permanent. Excuses are illusions, designed to keep you safe, comfortable, and stagnant. They whisper, not now, or you're not ready, and if you listen, you remain stuck. But when you reject excuses, you open the door to possibilities, growth, and achievement. A no-excuses mindset transforms fear into fuel. It turns doubt into determination. It converts hesitation into unstoppable momentum. It allows you to face discomfort without surrendering, to challenge yourself when the world seems easier if you stay small, and to move forward even when the path is unclear. Those who adopt this mindset know that progress does not come from luck. It comes from relentless effort, from discipline, from taking responsibility for their own actions. They don't wait for permission or favorable conditions. They act, persist, and create results. Every great achiever in history, athletes, leaders, inventors, and innovators, shared this same mentality. They understood that life does not hand out success to the passive or the fearful. It rewards those who refuse to make excuses, who embrace responsibility, and who commit to action regardless of circumstance. The no excuses mindset is a mindset of empowerment. It reminds you that your life is yours to shape, that your future depends on what you do today, and that excuses are the only thing standing between you and the life you deserve. When you choose this mindset, hesitation loses its grip, fear loses its control, and every day becomes an opportunity to step closer to greatness. Section 6. Overcoming fear and doubt. Fear and doubt are silent killers of potential. They lurk in the shadows of your mind, whispering lies that keep you from achieving greatness. Fear tells you, you can't do it, while doubt murmurs, you're not ready. Together they form a perfect breeding ground for excuses. They feed on hesitation and thrive in comfort zones. They prevent you from taking risks, pursuing opportunities, and stepping into the life you were meant to live. If left unchecked, they will control your decisions, limit your potential, and keep your dreams just out of reach. But here's the truth. Fear is not your enemy. Fear is a signal that you are growing, stretching beyond the familiar, and stepping into uncharted territory. Doubt is not proof of weakness. It is proof that you are preparing to challenge yourself, to rise above the ordinary, and to pursue something meaningful. Every great achievement in history was accompanied by fear and doubt, but the difference between those who succeeded and those who didn't was action. The only way to silence fear and doubt is to act despite them. Action does not eliminate fear. It empowers you to move forward anyway. Every time you push past fear, every time you ignore doubt, you grow stronger, more resilient, and more capable than you ever imagined. Each act of courage compounds, building confidence and momentum. You learn that discomfort is temporary, but growth is permanent. You realize that setbacks are lessons, not failures, and that the voice of fear only has power if you listen to it. By confronting fear head-on, you reclaim control of your life. By acting despite doubt, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever believed. Overcoming fear and doubt requires discipline, persistence, and trust in yourself. It demands that you stop waiting for perfect conditions, stop waiting for confidence to appear, and stop waiting for comfort to arrive. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is action in spite of it. Each step forward is a victory, each risk taken is progress, and each moment you refuse to be paralyzed by fear is a declaration that your life is yours to shape. Success, growth, and fulfillment exist on the other side of fear and doubt, waiting for those who are willing to act. The question is simple. Will you let fear win, or will you rise above it? Step forward and claim the life you were meant to live. Section 7. Discipline over motivation. Motivation is fleeting. It comes in waves, rising and falling with your mood, energy, or circumstances. One day you feel inspired, unstoppable, ready to conquer the world. The next day you feel tired, distracted, or uncertain. And that motivation disappears as quickly as it came. If you rely solely on motivation, your success will be inconsistent, dependent on how you feel in the moment. Motivation alone is unreliable, a temporary spark that cannot sustain the fire of achievement. Discipline, on the other hand, is permanent. Discipline is not a feeling, it is a commitment, a decision to act regardless of circumstances, emotions, or obstacles. Discipline is showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it. It is doing the hard work quietly, consistently, and relentlessly. Discipline is choosing long-term growth over short-term comfort, sacrifice over indulgence, effort over excuses. Where motivation fades, discipline persists. It carries you through the days when energy is low, when inspiration is absent, and when the easier choice would be to quit or delay. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your achievements. It turns dreams into results. It is the foundation that allows consistency to compound into excellence, skill, and success. Excuses thrive in the absence of discipline. Without discipline, you justify why you can't, why you'll wait, why now isn't the right moment. But when discipline is strong, excuses crumble. You don't wait for inspiration. You create momentum. You don't hope for motivation. You produce results. Every great athlete, every successful entrepreneur, every world changer relies not on fleeting feelings, but on disciplined habits. Discipline does not guarantee an easy path. It demands sacrifice, effort, and persistence. It requires enduring discomfort, facing challenges, and pushing past doubt. Yet, the rewards of discipline far outweigh the temporary ease of excuses. Discipline builds character, resilience, and self-respect. It gives you control over your life and your future. Each disciplined action, no matter how small, brings you closer to the life you want. The person who cultivates discipline is unstoppable, unshakable, and unrelenting. Discipline is the quiet force behind every great achievement. If you want to rise above excuses, if you want to turn your dreams into reality, you must choose discipline over fleeting motivation. Section 8. Stop waiting for permission. Life doesn't hand out permission slips. It doesn't ask if you're ready. It doesn't pause for your convenience or wait for perfect timing. Waiting for permission is a trap. It is waiting to remain average. It is waiting for someone else, someone outside of you, to decide your worth, your potential, or your path. Waiting for approval from others is surrendering your power, your dreams, and your life to forces that do not share your vision or urgency. The truth is simple. The only person who can take control of your life is you. The only person who can turn your dreams into reality is you. Waiting for permission is an illusion of safety. You tell yourself, I'll start when they say it's okay, or I'll act when conditions are perfect. But conditions will never be perfect. Life will never ask if you're ready. Success doesn't seek permission. Opportunities don't wait. The perfect moment does not exist. Waiting is a way to delay your progress, to avoid responsibility, and to postpone the discomfort that comes with action. But every second you wait is a second lost, a step further from the life you desire, a dream slipping farther away. Stop waiting for approval. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for the stars to align. The power is already within you. You already have what it takes to begin. The courage, the determination, and the ability to act are already inside you, waiting to be unleashed. Life responds to action, not hesitation. Every step you take without permission is a declaration of independence, a choice to own your destiny. Every decision you make to move forward now compounds into growth, confidence, and achievement. The people who achieve greatness do not wait. They act. They make the first move, take the first risk, and embrace uncertainty without asking for consent. You do not need anyone to give you permission to live fully, to chase your dreams, or to pursue the life you want. The perfect time to start is now. The perfect conditions are the ones you create with courage, commitment, and action. Stop waiting. Step forward. Claim your life. Claim your future. Claim your dreams. The world does not wait, and neither should you. Section 9. Examples of people who made no excuses. Look at every legend, every icon, every person who achieved greatness, and you will notice one common thread. They made no excuses. Their stories are not just about talent, luck, or opportunity. They are about relentless action, refusal to surrender, and absolute accountability. Thomas Edison, for example, failed thousands of times before he finally invented the light bulb. Each failure could have been an excuse to quit, but he didn't. He didn't blame circumstances or cry over impossibility. Instead, he treated each setback as a lesson, as feedback, and as another step toward success. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, was cut from his high school basketball team. Imagine how easily that could have become a permanent excuse. I'm not good enough. I'll never make it. But Jordan refused to let rejection define him. He worked harder, trained longer, and pushed himself beyond limits. That single failure became a catalyst for determination rather than an obstacle. Oprah Winfrey faced poverty, abuse, and countless rejections that would have broken most people. Yet, she refused to let her circumstances dictate her future. She didn't blame the world. She didn't wait for someone to rescue her. She acted. She persisted. She believed in her vision, even when others doubted her. These stories aren't exceptional because these individuals were lucky. They are exceptional because they refused to let excuses win. They embraced responsibility. They acted despite fear, and they refused to give setbacks power over their lives. Their success was not handed to them. It was earned through discipline, persistence, and courage. Look closer at these examples. Every great person faces obstacles, failures, and moments when quitting seems easier. The difference is the choice they make. They choose action, not excuses. They choose responsibility, not blame. They choose persistence, not surrender. Excuses are a choice, and greatness is a choice. These legends teach us that ordinary circumstances do not produce extraordinary results. Relentless action, accountability, and refusal to quit do. If you want to rise above mediocrity, you must follow the same path. Excuses are always available. Courage, persistence, and action are what truly define you. Every legend you admire made the same decision. No excuses. And that decision is within your power today, in this very moment. Section 10. The Daily Battle. No excuses is not a one-time decision. It is a daily battle. Every morning you wake up with a choice: comfort or growth, excuses or action. Life does not wait for preparation, inspiration, or perfect timing. Every day presents new obstacles, challenges, and temptations to quit. Every day, you are tested by fear, by doubt, by fatigue, by distraction. Each moment offers an opportunity to make the easy choice or the right choice. Every small decision compounds over time, shaping your character, your habits, and ultimately, your destiny. Choosing action over excuses is not glamorous. It does not feel comfortable. It requires persistence, discipline, and courage. But each day you push past excuses, you grow stronger. Each time you choose responsibility instead of blame, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Success is not defined by one monumental achievement. It is defined by small, consistent victories over your own hesitation, doubt, and procrastination. Every day is a test of your commitment to your dreams. You will face distractions that pull you toward comfort. You will feel moments of fear and doubt whispering, "Wait, later, maybe not." But choosing action, no matter how small, transforms you. Each step forward, no matter how seemingly insignificant, builds momentum. Each time you refuse to settle for mediocrity, you strengthen your resilience. Each time you overcome a challenge rather than avoiding it, you take ownership of your life. This daily battle is where ordinary people become extraordinary. It is where dreams are realized, not by luck, but by relentless commitment. Excuses are temporary. The consequences of inaction are permanent. The life you desire is built one day at a time, one choice at a time, one refusal to quit at a time. Small, consistent victories accumulate into mastery, progress, and eventual success. So, every morning, remember this. The fight is not against circumstances, others, or the world. The fight is against your own excuses. The battle is in your mind, in your habits, and in your actions. Each day you win, you move closer to your dreams. Each day you give in, you drift farther away. The essence of success is simple. Small, daily victories over yourself. No excuses. Only action. Only growth. Only progress. Section 11. Take ownership of your life. The life you live tomorrow is built on the choices you make today. Every action, every decision, every moment matters. If you want to shape your future, you must stop blaming the economy, your education, your background, or anyone else for your circumstances. Excuses will never lift you. Complaints will never bring results. Only your actions, your commitment, your persistence, your courage will determine the life you live. Owning your life means taking full responsibility for everything that happens to you. It means owning your failures, without shame, without blame, and without delay. It means owning your successes with humility and gratitude. It means taking responsibility for your growth, your mindset, and the person you are becoming. Every choice you make today either strengthens your potential or limits it. Every decision to act or hesitate has consequences. Decide, once and for all, that you will no longer tolerate mediocrity. Mediocrity is easy. It is comfortable. It is safe. But mediocrity will never bring fulfillment, happiness, or pride. Decide that you will rise above every excuse, every fear, every doubt that tries to hold you back. Decide that circumstances, setbacks, or obstacles will not control your destiny. The power to change your life lies entirely within you. No one else can live your life for you. No one else can make the choices that define your future. When you take ownership, excuses lose all power. Fear and doubt become signals, not chains. Challenges become opportunities, not barriers. Your past no longer dictates your future. Your potential is limitless, waiting for you to claim it. Owning your life is not a one-time decision. It is a daily practice. It is the courage to act even when it's uncomfortable. It is the commitment to pursue growth even when the world seems easier if you stay small. It is the understanding that your life is yours, and no one else can take responsibility for it. Stand tall, claim your power, and decide today that nothing, neither circumstance, fear, nor anyone, will control your destiny but you. Section 12. Call to action, ignite the fire. Now is the time to act. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. The perfect moment does not exist. The only moment that matters is now. Every second you delay is a second lost. A step further from the life you dream of. Take that first step, even if it is small. Take that risk, even if it scares you. Speak that truth, pursue that dream, chase that goal, and commit to action without hesitation. Let today be the day you stop making excuses and start making progress. Let today be the day you stop doubting yourself and start believing in your potential. Let today be the day you choose courage over comfort, results over hesitation, and action over fear. Action is what separates dreamers from achievers, visionaries from spectators, and ordinary lives from extraordinary ones. The moment you decide to act, momentum begins. Each step, each effort, each small victory compounds into growth, confidence, and achievement. Excuses will try to whisper, "Wait, not now, maybe later." Fear will try to paralyze you. Doubt will try to convince you that you're not ready. But remember this: growth exists on the other side of action. Success is built by those who refuse to wait for permission, refuse to delay, and refuse to surrender to hesitation. The life you want is waiting for you, but it won't come to you passively. You must go after it, relentlessly, consistently, and courageously. So ignite the fire within. Take control of your choices, embrace responsibility, and act without delay. Every small step you take today matters more than any perfect plan you wait to create. Every moment spent moving forward compounds into a life of purpose, fulfillment, and greatness. The world does not wait, and neither should you. Stop delaying. Stop doubting. Stop hesitating. The time is now. Act, push, rise. Claim the life you were meant to live. No excuses, only action. Conclusion: lasting impact. Excuses are easy. They feel safe. They whisper to you in moments of doubt, offering comfort and delay. But comfort is the enemy of growth, and excuses are the chains that hold your potential hostage. Action, on the other hand, is hard. It demands courage, persistence, and resilience. It asks you to step into discomfort, to face fear, and to push forward, even when the path is uncertain. Yet it is action that transforms dreams into reality. It is action that separates those who merely imagine greatness from those who achieve it. Every great story in history begins with someone saying, "I will no longer accept excuses." Every achievement, whether in science, sports, art, or business, begins with a choice to embrace responsibility over blame. Every lasting legacy is built by someone who took control of their life, refused to wait for permission, and acted relentlessly despite fear, doubt, and setbacks. Ordinary people achieve extraordinary lives when they decide that excuses will no longer define their journey. Today, you stand at that same crossroads. You have a choice. Continue making excuses and let life happen to you, or take ownership, rise above hesitation, and start building the life you deserve. The clock is ticking. Opportunities will not wait. The world moves on, indifferent to your doubts or delays. Your dreams are not passive. They are calling, waiting for you to answer with action. No excuses, only action, only growth, only courage. Only you can choose the life you will live, the legacy you will leave, and the person you will become. The moment to start is now. Take it. Step forward. Move relentlessly. Your potential is limitless, but it begins with one undeniable truth. Excuses end here. Action begins today.